A very good morning. My name is Roald Tapera. I'm the Director General for Environmental Affairs in the Netherlands Ministry of Infrastructure and Water Management. And I'm very happy to be here, of course, because I think today is a special day in the cooperation, not only between the Netherlands and Statia on environmental affairs, but also on the cooperation between Statia, SEBA and the Netherlands on environmental affairs. This morning I had the honor to visit the waste site. This is the third time in 4 years I've been there, and let me say I'm very impressed about what the situation is right now. Very clearly, all the different waste streams are being separated, are being stored. So really impressed what is happening, and I think it is the fruit of a joint cooperation of several years with a lot of efforts of the colleagues here on the island in really making improvements, and we've been happy with the colleagues from The Hague, which regularly visit the island to have helped in reaching that result. And I would also like to commend you for what you're doing, for example, on single-use plastics and on several other environmental issues, including licensing and enforcement. So I think that is impressive, very good progress, and of course we just signed the cooperation agreement, or I should say the intent to work together on waste management and processing of waste of Statia, SEBA, together with our ministry as a facilitator. And I think that is really a next step also in inter-island cooperation between the different islands of the Caribbean Netherlands. So I think that is also a next step in our joint cooperation, and I really hope that we will quickly work on the progress to ensure that we can really materialize what we've just signed, because I think it can be a win-win-win for Statia, SEBA, as well as of course for the European Netherlands. So thank you very much. Thank you for all the work. I would also like to say to everybody on the island here in Statia that has helped in achieving this. Thank you also, of course, for your leadership in this, and in doing so, I would also like to thank the colleagues in The Hague as well as on the island of SEBA for the result we have here today. So thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, well, thanks, Director General Roald Tapera, and everyone who made it today possible. And indeed, it was an interesting visit to the waste plant. I was impressed by myself as well. Very structured. I think we are on the right steps to the future. So I understand that. So to paraphrase the astronaut Neil Armstrong, after he stepped on the first surface of the moon on the 20th of July 1969, it's a beautiful year, the year I was born. Today we take one small step for the environment, one giant leap to Statia. This morning we will sign 3 separate documents, and with one important destination, that of protecting the serenity of our environment. An ambition document for waste management between the public entities of SEBA and Sint Eustatius and the Ministry of Infrastructure and Water Management, and a cooperation agreement on environmental legislation. And the third one is a letter of intent on the environmental legislation for businesses. Each agreement has a different purpose, but together they are one goal, one destiny. By the stroke of a pen today, we continue the journey to a true commitment to our environment, which is in keeping with our vision for a green Statia. And though the ambition document for waste management, the public entities, Sint Eustatius and SEBA, demonstrate in no uncertain terms our will to work together for the good of all. So also the compliments to SEBA for the good cooperation in this. As 2 very small islands, we face similar challenges in waste management and recycling, including scale and cost. It's because we recognize that we are stronger together and that we are signing this multi-annual agreement to collaborate on waste management. The agreement calls for the establishment of a task force, cooperation in landfill, dump site management, long-term sustainable solutions for waste management, but also training and communication and public awareness. It also includes a waste management plan for 2022-2030 to be submitted to the Ministry of Infrastructure and Water Management in the third quarter of this year, and an action plan and vision for waste management. The other documents between the public entity Sint-Eustatius and Director General Lapeyre cover environmental legislation for businesses in Station. They cover establishment and activities decree to come into effect on the 1st of January 2023, environmental legislation for businesses to protect the environment, and cooperation with the Ministry of Infrastructure and Water Management for successful implementation and an implementation plan in the third quarter of this year. Areas of cooperation include expertise from the Ministry of Infrastructure and Water Management to assist in drafting an island ordinance, plus consultation and input from businesses. Training, of course. The Ministry will contribute €50,000 to establish an information point that includes an online portal and a physical information desk. Information as assistance for businesses in transition and new licenses. And the environment helps provide for our socio-economic, political and cultural needs. And as you said, Mr. Lapeyre, we are taking steps to protect it for ourselves and the generations to come. So I'm very glad that we have just signed these 3 documents, and I'm very proud of all the colleagues who contribute to make this happen.
Thank you very much.